Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel. I'm Cassie and today we are going to talk lessons that 2024 has already taught me because it smacked your girl in the face. Literally starting off with the first week of the year, okay? 2024 has just been like, hello Cassie, we are here to make you learn. That's what this year's about. And also, we're gonna just do a little reading recap. Since we're 6 months into the year, I'm gonna do a quick like yes, no, maybe, whether I would recommend them or not. And we'll just do like a quick little rapid fire one of them because I just wanna catch you guys up because I've read some good ones, okay? We've read some good books so far this year. So let's just go ahead and get started with the first week of the year. What did 2024 teach me? It taught me that you have to let things go when things are not going as planned. Girl, you cannot be so narrow-minded and so stuck on your plan. This year we were in Arizona to bring in the new year. Our tire popped, and then to get a new tire we had to wait for it to be ordered. So then our trip got pushed. In my mind we were gonna have days before Isaac had to return to school. No, just kidding. That's not what happened. Instead, we got back and he was missing more school. There was just so much that just went into that for me that was like a stressor, just because I've always been like, this is the plan, let's stick to it. I can like divvy on like day-to-day things, but like where my body is located for the day, like I need to know. So that was a little stressful. We learned that it still worked out, everything was okay, and at the end of the day we got more time with family. It was a good trip, it just worked out. So like it didn't really matter. Let it go, it's okay. Not everything's gonna go as planned, not a big deal. The next lesson is that when things are not gonna be something that's gonna like necessarily affect your day-to-day life, it's okay to like let that go on the back burner sometimes, because I will stress over literally everything. I don't know what is wrong with this brain. We need to get in therapy. It is a goal. We will get there eventually. I will stress over everything. Why are you letting that affect your mental health? Like, let it go. So this year I have been doing way better at like putting my distance emotionally, like mentally for myself with those things, and it has made such a difference in your girl's life. It has made such a positive impact. So if you are holding on to things that aren't necessarily really affecting your day-to-day life, just let them go on the back burner a little bit. Just let that stress, try to like let that stress go, okay? You will not regret it. This next lesson I 1000% attribute to the Aware and Aggravated podcast with Leo. If you don't know what that is, please check the description box and I will have like a link for his podcast because he is amazing. And this lesson is lack of discipline makes you ugly. He has a whole podcast on it. Go check it out because his perspective on this and has totally switched my mindset and has got me back into doing my YouTube, has got me back into working out better and like being more on track with like my fitness routine, because I had a little hiccup there, you know. It just, I don't know, like that episode just had something, listening to it, something clicked for me. I was like, he is so right. It just helped me get my shit together. So maybe it will help you get your shit together. So please go check out that podcast. I've learned to put my phone down. I attribute a lot of that to because I have started reading more again. So I have put my phone down to read at night and whatnot. But when I tell you that putting my phone down, even just because I've been reading more, has bled into the rest of my life, and I feel so much more present just not picking up my phone and mindlessly scrolling when there's like things that I could be doing and be present with in the moment. Now, of course, like at night when I pick up my books instead of scrolling, I think that has really helped me with like falling asleep better, and just my mental health in general have became such an escape for me and just like a therapy in a sense. That has helped, I think, because I'm not mindlessly scrolling for hours before bed. I'm reading instead. I put the phone down more when I'm like at my kids' sporting events, or I'm at a play date, or I'm around other people and it's not like just me, and just being present more in the moment. And that's like including like not taking pictures and videos, which I know like people are like, then you can't look back on those memories. But sometimes I feel like when you're so worried about taking those pictures and videos, you're not actually like making the memories. My mental health has just skyrocketed so far the past 6 months in comparison to last year. So I'm just gonna say like all of these things have really improved my mental health. That's what we're getting with. And I hope like maybe they could improve yours. So the last thing I'm going to share that I've learned this year, which is another thing that has like really helped improve my mental health, is how I spend my free time is my choice. So this kind of goes a little bit into the lack of discipline. I was sometimes giving myself excuses on why I didn't have time to work out or why I didn't have time to cook dinner. Realistically, this was just me not being disciplined. Also, like me not like realizing like I can choose and using my free time. Like I can choose to pick up a book or scroll TikTok. Like I can choose to work on a YouTube or sit on my couch and watch TV. You are actively making those choices. So if you're telling yourself like you don't have time to do this or you can't do something, what is really stopping you? Most likely it is something that you're telling yourself. You can literally do anything, learn anything, research anything, develop any skill if you really put the time into it, and you get to choose where your time goes. I cannot imagine that there's someone out there that does not have at least 1 to 2 hours a day that is like their time to choose, that isn't commuting to work, working, or something along those lines, if you feel me. That has been a big lesson I've learned, is like I am the master of my time. I need to like use that accordingly. What are my goals? How am I going to get there? I need to do those things that are going to get me there and use that time to do that, and not just like let that time get wasted. That was what I wanted to share. Those are the lessons that I have learned already in 2024, and ultimately these have really helped my mental health, which I was realizing as I'm like telling you all them. I'm like, you know, that's literally all of these have done. We don't want to gatekeep things that help our mental health, okay? We don't need to gatekeep those. No, sir. So I'm going to do the little game of yes, no, maybe, which is essentially I'm going to say whether I recommend 100% just yes, maybe depends on the reader, like if you're into that genre, or like there's some type of like but to that, right? And then no is like, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it as much as I wish I did, so I wouldn't recommend it. So I challenged myself to only reading 40 books this year, which is more than I read last year by like 10, maybe. I have already read 23 books, which is telling me that I am 5 books ahead of schedule. Like, hey, that's awesome. We are going to preface this with, I decided to enter the Sarah J. Maas universe at the end of last year. So the first bit of this is going to be all of books by Sarah J. Maas, because that is what I am, a binge series reader. I am that girl that if I start the series, and I have the series, I'm reading the whole series. And if I don't have the series, if I don't get it pretty soon, I'm gonna have to reread whatever I read before I can read the rest again. That's just who I am as a reader. Started out strong with A Court of Frost and Starlight. Yes. A Court of Silver Flames. Yes. That was my favorite from the whole series. Twisted Love. No. Maybe. It definitely was not for me, for real. Like 3 stars was generous. The Black Witch. Yes. I am currently reading the rest of that, and I'm really excited. It's already really good. The second book is really good. Yes. I'm just not gonna sit here and go through all these, but we read the entire Throne of Glass series, and I would say yes to the whole series. Every single one of them. I read Once You're Mine. Maybe. The stipulation for this one is this was definitely very much relationship, like romance relationship driven, not so storyline driven, and I want like more to the story than just the relationship. Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Crescent City. I read all 3 of these that are out. I'm gonna just say I liked the first book, did not love the second book. If I didn't already own the 3rd book, I would not have read it, but I did own it, so I read it, and that book made me happy I read the entire series. It's a maybe. Overall, Crescent City is a maybe. They are very thick books. It's a lot to digest, so yeah, it's a maybe. Yes. But maybe because it is a dark romance. Same with Butcher and Blackbird. I did not say that. It is a dark romance. So technically maybe, but yes. Fourth Wing, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I am waiting to continue the series until the 3rd book comes out, but I know I want to reread that one, so I figured why not reread that and then read the 2nd and 3rd book when the 3rd book comes out. I definitely enjoyed that first one. Behind Every Lie. Honestly, the only reason I even rated this book a 3 stars is because it was just like an easy read. I would not recommend this book. And that is the reading recap. All the books that I have read so far this year. I am currently reading the rest of the Black Witch Chronicles. I believe only 4 of them are out, but the 5th one is about to come out, so I'm gonna look that up, and that's what I'm reading. And if you freaking made it this far, I love you. Alright, I love you. I freaking love you. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I would really love more book recommendations because I honestly don't have as much books on my TBR that I wish I did. So please comment below some book recommendations if you have any. I like crime thrillers, dark romance, like mafia romance, fantasy romance. I wouldn't mind like some historical fiction. That would be really cool, because I really like that vibe in Throne of Glass. But yeah, so just, I don't know, any of them. Just let me know what your favorite books are, okay? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you next time.